Hi guys, here to review Arcane finally. It took a long time to, get to this point to, actually review it, but yep, here we are, 1 month later when I, first watched it on the 31st of December, like the day before my birthday and the new year. Yep. Now I'm basically reviewing it on the lunar year. Yeah. Yeah, since on the 31st, it's like the lunar year, so yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna spend 10 minutes on this review, and I've kind of got like a timer, so if I go over, then I'll just basically wrap it up. Yeah. But yeah, let's just get to the story because I don't want the review to be too long, and also let me just put back on the timer. So yeah, so it basically starts with I guess Vi, the sister, and Powder, the younger sister, who will go up to be Jinx, as we know her from League of Legends. And yeah, they're basically in some war, and the person who protects him is Vanda, because I think they pretty much would have died if Vanda wasn't there to protect him. Because there was just like a whole war zone, and yeah, if Vanda wasn't there, like they probably would have died. So yeah, Vanda basically adopts them and treats them as like they're his daughters, basically. And we kind of see him grow up a little bit with Vanda, but they're basically like I guess thieves. And there's these other characters, Milo and Clogger, who they kind of steal things with. And I guess Paula's kind of the odd one out because I guess she's always the one who messes up everything. And then one day when that happens, let's just say it kind of leads to some events that's gonna, carry for the rest of the show basically. Because I guess is it Milo who just always views her as the one who's always messing up all the plans and everything that they steal, like it always goes wrong. And we kind of see him get into a fight, which man, the choreography in just this show and the animation, it's amazing, man. The most beautiful animation I've seen in a long time. Yeah, for an animated show, it's top tier. Yeah, even beating some of the legendary shows like Avatar. Yeah, because that gets called anime, even though it's not anime, it's just a cartoon. But that's how well it just looks. Yeah, but yeah. So it gets to a point where I guess Vanda gets a bit in trouble because of what happened when they stole something that ended up exploding the building, and someone had to pay for it. So it gets to a point where I guess one of Ziggle's people, well, Ziggle, he does come down and he has like this thing that kind of turns people into monsters. And he uses that to kill one of Vanda's friends and basically text Vanda as well. Suko text Vanda. So then, the kids want to, go after him. And before then, like, he was kind of getting a bit of trouble because of, everything that happened with the kids when they tried to steal something and then that explosion happened. It led to the authorities coming down from the higher, place. I forget what you call it, but yeah, because there's kind of different factions, or should I say, different areas in this place. There's like the more poor area where our main characters are, and then there's the higher up area where we kind of get introduced to this character called Jason, and I'll get to that. But basically, something happens where you know the sister has to be tell the truth to Vi about how things actually do go on when she's around, but she tries to say it in the most polite way possible, while the others are just like, yeah, like more Milo anyway, like she shouldn't really be with us if she can't really do things properly and that, yeah, because basically she kind of has the treasure, she's running away with it while the others are fighting, and she throws it in the water, and they basically lose what they even stole, and they got in this whole situation for nothing. And I'm at the point where I guess she wants to redeem herself and help save Vanda while the others have already gone and they wanted her to stay there. But I guess she makes a bomb and let's just say things go wrong when she tries to help out. Because it gets to a point where the kids actually, because Vi, she's a really good fighter, like she's an amazing fighter. Yeah. And they actually seem like they defeat the villains and they actually escape it, but then, when when Powder comes with the bomb to try and help, she kind of makes a bomb with one of the things that she stole. She actually hid something from them that, like, she didn't actually lose everything. She actually had still one thing, and she used that to make a bomb. And yeah, it kind of killed some of the friends. And yeah, Vanda got finished off by Zuko since they had like some rivalry from the past. Yeah, everything just went wrong because Powder made that bomb, and then Vi was just like, she just basically doesn't know what to do in that moment. She kind of hits her, then just walks away. But then, Powder's screaming, "Don't leave me!" And then she gets grabbed by someone. So she probably might have went back, but. And then Zuko basically adopts her, and then we're in the modern day. After all that, like, what a way to start it, man. That's just so messed up. She tried to help, but then she ended up making things worse. Yeah, when they actually might have won. Yeah, it just sucks. And she's basically raised by Zuko, the villain, and Jinx is what she becomes anyway. I mean, after looking back, I wouldn't say she fully becomes Jinx straight away. I'd say more later on when that thing that she uses as an explosive actually, because that's the thing that they use to. Oh no, that's something else. Yeah, that's completely different, right? Yeah, from what Zuko's using to make those monstrous people. And let's just say something happens to Jinx later that where she nearly dies when she's fighting like an old friend. Because I didn't even really talk much about Echo as well. Yeah, when he was a little kid. And he kind of, I guess when she grows up, he kind of views Jinx, well, Powder, as a villain, and she's not really Powder anymore, with all the things she's willing to do and just basically being a terrorist, which is crazy to get to that point. Yeah, I'm surprised Zuko even kept her around because she basically hurts the other team members as well, and people just want to take her out because of it. Yeah, she even ends up getting someone arrested, and there's this person called Caitlin who I guess interrogates one of the people. And then Vi, she kind of remembers that person who she was fighting back when she was trying to save Vander, knocks him out. And then something happens where I guess Caitlin and Vi work together because she has a lot of information about Jinx and everything, and Zuko. So yeah, they basically work together because Caitlin's not really supposed to go down to the lower area, the power area, because of she was basically more of like a, could you say, royalty? Basically, she didn't really need to go in this career direction because she's like some kind of police officer, and she decides to go even more further than what a police officer should do and go down to that area and solve this huge crime. Yeah. And then there's Jace. Like, yeah, he's a cool character. Wait, I'm just close something. Yeah, Jace is a cool character. He's alright. He's like someone who's trying to revolutionize something that he's working on, like magic. But then there's like one person who thinks that this could lead to something really bad. So they basically kick him out of the place. But then is it Victor? He's the one who kind of still helps him even after what happened, and they kind of get famous. Basically, well, mostly Jace, even though Victor helped the most, because without him, he wouldn't have never been able to achieve his dream. Yeah. And in Victor, he's kind of going through some stuff, and that's why he's helping because he's basically dying. So he's trying to help Jace, yeah, achieve what he's trying to do. But then let's just say the process gets slowed down because it becomes dangerous. And then Victor, he just basically does whatever and injects it into him, even though it could kill him. And while doing that, kind of a girl that likes him kind of gets sucked into this thing, and he feels guilty about that. Yeah. Then we'll basically see what we'll do more with Victor in the next season. As for Jinx, she's just basically following Zuko's orders, and it gets to a point where Vi and Echo, which Echo's the character who I guess you remember when they were kids. Well, basically Echo and Jinx fight together, and that leads to, well, basically Echo basically defeats Jinx. It was like an epic fight though, like the way how they did it. They kind of went back to when I guess Jinx and Echo were fighting as kids, and then you kind of see them as adults. But then Echo just destroys Jinx. She basically nearly dies, but then Zuko kind of takes her to that place where they get that thing that makes them more, monstrous and stuff. It kind of works in a different way for Jinx. It kind of messes up her mind even more because she's already messed up from all of her trauma and all the things she did, and she's still guilty about killing her friends by accident. And then this just makes things even worse, like times 10. Yeah. And she gets those purple eyes, which you see in the game and stuff. It just makes it even more crazy. She's basically Joker at that point, and she fully becomes Jinx. And when we get to that point where we're at the table scene, I'm just like, whoa, this is like the best scene I've seen in anything for ages. It reminds me of something from like, one of those Batman comics, and Joker just has everyone on the table, like Robin and stuff, like Batgirl just is crazy. Dick Grayson. It might remind me of that, when Vi and Caitlin's all there, because Jinx was trying to see if she could trust him, but when she sees, I guess, Vi with, Caitlin, because they kind of have like some kind of romantic thing going on. She doesn't really trust her anymore because I guess there's this thing that could possibly, I guess, affect the world, and I guess Caitlyn's trying to expose it. But then I guess Jinx thinks she's on Caitlyn's side and just using Jinx again or something. So then she kind of goes against Vi. She just has everyone tied up, even Silco, because he kind of, in a way, goes against her. Yeah. But then I guess he still kind of loved her though. Yeah. Oh my god, I don't even know why that's still on. How do I dismiss it? Because I'm at the point where I should be wrapping up. I didn't want to go through it, this fast, but yeah. Because basically, Vi and Jace, they get to a point where they're working together, and Jace kind of sees what he's been, like what his work has actually led to, when he's basically got more power and become more in charge. And it led to the person who didn't really agree with what he was doing. They basically end up in that power area, but then Echoes kind of built something in that area for people who are less fortunate, which is cool. So yeah, Echo's a cool character as well. But Jinx is my favourite because of everything that she goes through. Like it's basically more of a better Abby from The Last of Us 2. Like the way how they, did it. Yeah. Because for what happened, you'd think I'd hate a character. I mean, my brother definitely hated a character from, after episode 3 with what happened. But I think he just found it like a okay character at least by the end. And just some of her scenes are just really cool. His favourite character was Echo anyway. He's like, yeah, he just had some awesome scenes as well. Yeah. And Vi, man, she's one hell of a fighter. Like, even though it's animated, like that has some of the best fighting I've seen in ages, man. Like, wow. For animation, like the way how she just takes out the Zuko's people and stuff, like it's amazing. And when we've seen Jace and her working together, which is kind of played by Hayley Stanfield, by the way, from who plays Hawkeye in that. I mean, Hawk Girl, yeah, in Hawkeye, yeah. Yeah, I've kind of seen her growing up, like from Ender's Game and stuff. Yeah, she's done some good stuff, and it seems like things are getting better for her. Yeah, she was like Spider-Gwen as well in Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, she's getting some good stuff right now. I can't wait to see the new film, coming this year, because I reviewed the old film. Yeah, I'll definitely review the new one and watch it in cinemas, because I didn't really get to watch the first one in cinemas because I didn't know if it was going to be that good, but yeah. But I'll just get to the point where Vi's just trying to, reason with Jinx, try to get through her, and that she still cares, but let's just say Jinx kind of doesn't believe her and then basically destroys the higher up area, like the council and stuff. And I guess Jace kind of built up a relationship with someone. I'm not sure if her name was Mel. Like they kind of had a relationship together. So man, if she dies, Jace is just gonna be like he wants to kill Jinx. Yeah. Yeah, and the things with the mother, with Mel's mother, like she's a cool character. She'd want revenge as well. Yeah, definitely, because she kind of brought, I guess, her daughter to that place to stay away from danger, but she ended up, putting in a place where she got killed. So I feel like she'll feel guilty, but also want revenge as well. Yeah. So all the things that kind of set up at the end, when Jinx kind of shoots that missile that could kill all those people in the high up area. Oh my god, that's crazy. What a way to end it. Oh my god. And oh yeah, Jinx also killed Silco because she just thought she couldn't really trust anyone at that point. And even in his dying words, he still said that you're perfect, basically. Man, he's such a twisted character, but such an awesome character. He reminded me of like a Don from either Goodfellas or Godfather. Like he was an awesome character as well. Definitely feared him in some moments. Like wow, yeah. I'm just gonna wrap it up here because I don't want it to be too long. And if there's any other things you want to talk about with the show, just leave a comment below. I'll just end it here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.